My mind immediately goes back to something I heard Joe Lacob say just before this most recent season began. And he was asked essentially about Steve Kerr and his future as the Warriors head coach. And one thing that he said was essentially, I need my head coach and really all of his employees, but he needs his head coach to be incredibly dedicated to the team and to his job and to the organization and to doing everything in their power to make the organization and the team as good as possible. And that felt like a non-negotiable, in my opinion, from Joe Lacob, to kind of a decree to all of his employees. And I mean, it's worked out great. Obviously, they've won 4 championships in Lacob's tenure as the majority owner. But then I also think, all right, if Steve Kerr wants to come back, and he said that he'll never walk away from Steph, he said he still enjoys coaching. If he wants to come back, and Steph Curry still wants him back, and Draymond Green still wants him back, then why is there still this question about if he's going to be back? That, to me, screams the ball is in the Lacob family's court, and the decision rests upon them. And then I try to think of, well, why would there be hesitation on the Lacob family's side of things in terms of Steve Kerr's future as the head coach? And then I go back to Joe Lacob's demand of his employees, someone that is endlessly dedicated to their job, and potentially Steve Kerr's motivation for coming back. Is Steve Kerr's motivation because he loves it as much as he always has and the travel isn't getting to him? Or does he want to be the Warriors head coach still because he wants to eventually ride off into the sunset with Steph Curry? If there's even a hint of that being his main motivation, then the Lacob family might look at that and say, well, maybe his motivation isn't coming from the right place. We want somebody who's dedicated to winning as many basketball games as possible as our head coach. And if Steve, his motivation is coming from a different place, then maybe they feel like he's not the right person for the job anymore. I don't know. I can't really find much of another reason why. I will say, if the Warriors decide, the Lacob family decides to move off of Steve Kerr, I also think that should mean moving off from a number of other players. Steph Curry's off the table, always has been, always will be. But if you're going to trot out a new head coach with largely the same roster as this past year, good luck seeing anything different happen on the basketball court. If you're going to move off of Steve, I also think that means moving off of a lot of other mainstays, like a Draymond Green, maybe even a Jimmy Butler as well. Bringing Al Horford back, maybe you say goodbye to that, although he has the player option, so we will see. But if you're going to keep Steve Kerr around, it gives you the freedom to essentially run it back, for lack of a better term. But if you're moving on from Steve, I don't see how it could possibly be the same kind of roster once again.